former Chief of Defence Staff, Rear Admiral Ibraim, has advised the new service chiefs to sustain the fight against terrorism in the country. Retired Rear Admiral Ibraim, who spoke at a military pullout in Abuja, also urged the Nigerian armed forces to continue to deepen the nation's democracy and not undermine it.
It's a pulling out ceremony of former Chief of Defence Staff Rear Admiral Ibraim, and the ceremony brought together his colleagues in the armed forces, families and friends. The ceremony started with a guard review, the slow march, and the quick march. Immediately after the march past, the former Chief of Defence Staff gave his valedictory speech, but not without touching on issues of insecurity, which he says must be tackled by his successors.
Law enforcement Nigeria and the security agencies will continue to work as a team in collaboration and putting the best in the defense and security of our country. Ladies and gentlemen, let me reiterate here that the role of the armed forces is essentially to keeping up the democracy, not to undermine it. In doing this, I urge you to always work in concert to defend democracy and our territorial integrity. There's no single service that do it alone.
For the new Chief of Defence Staff, drawing from the experience of his predecessors will assist him in protecting the nation's territorial integrity. He described the outgoing Chief of Defence Staff as a gentleman whose experience will be greatly missed.
Well, this tradition that you saw being enacted is what every person joining the military always looks up to. It's only when you retire with full honors and dignity that you get this, and it's not everybody that gets it. For Ola's side, I think he has done his own. He did it very well. He has handed over the baton.
After the march passed, Rear Admiral Ibraim and his wife were pulled out of the Mogadishu cantonment by his colleagues from the armed forces.
What's happening in business circles today? Adishara Josh will tell us.
Absolutely, and now let's take you through the stories now. With effect from February the 10th, currency dealers will have to credit their bank accounts 2 days before bidding at the central bank's forex auctions. According to the Apex Bank, this new measure is expected to prevent forex speculations at its Naira auctions. Before the announcement, customers could bid and fund their accounts on the same day at the central bank, but now they would have to put their funds into their accounts 2 days before submitting their bids. On Wednesday, the central bank withdrew 750 billion naira from the banking system to enforce a new higher cash reserve requirement for lenders to hold government deposits, which accounts for around 10% of total banking deposits. The Central Bank of Nigeria's weekly dollar sale at the retail Dutch auction system have gone up by 260.5% owing to the increasing pressure on the Naira. The data from the CBN indicates that it offered a cumulative total of $3 billion to defend the nation's currency at the retail Dutch auction system in January, while it offered only $832 million within the same month last year. The regulator offered $3 billion in 8 regulated auctions through the RDAs, and of this amount, over $2.95 billion was bought by dealers at the Forex Dutch auction system. Now, on Wednesday, the Apex Bank offered a total of $400 million, but sold a total of $399.9 million to 19 deposit banks at 155 naira 75 kobo per dollar at its twice weekly retail Dutch auction system window. The increasing pressure on the naira is expected to continue next week as it may continue its decline against the greenback amid growing demand for hard currency by offshore investors selling Nigerian debt. The currency had strengthened on Thursday on speculations that the NNPC would sell dollars to some lenders, but the sale, alas, did not go through. Now, the naira reversed its gains to close at a 5-month low of 163 naira 41 kobo. The NNPC usually sells $400 to $450 million in 2 tranches to lenders every month, accounting for the bulk of dollars traded on the interbank market. Now, traders are saying that the naira could reach 163 naira 90 kobo to the dollar next week unless the central bank intervenes in the market. To company news now. In a bid to underscore its commitment to integrity, the United Bank for Africa, UBA PLC, has become the 23rd member of the Convention on Business Integrity, CBI, which is an organization established with the aim of promoting ethical business practices, transparency, and fairness. The ceremony was held at the bank's headquarters in Lagos. Our correspondent Olumide Makoli reports.
Top management staff of the United Bank for Africa, UBA PLC, were in attendance. Governing board members, convention signatories, and other key players.
No matter how strong their financials are, no matter how strong their balance sheet is, if you do not have governance, it is just a question of time. You as an institution is going to go down. So for us, we want to let the general public know that this is what UBA stands for.
The pitch came from the Convention on Business Integrity. Well, not so much a pitch, as the UBA is already sold on the idea of integrity and responsibility.
What this does is to draw the line in the sand. People say Nigerian business is corrupt. UBA has drawn the line in the sand and stepped over it. We are not. At least we don't want you to associate our business, our policies, our practices with corruption. We're different. We would like to be seen as an ethical company that is serious about corporate integrity, serious about corporate governance.
The Convention on Business Integrity works by a code which the signatories observe in their internal and external dealings, inclusive of sanctions and incentives.
We look forward to all the institutions, and together we will see a change in the atmosphere in the country concerning the pressure that leadership has been that corruption is the accepted norm for businesses.
And so, UBA PLC signed the declaration documents to become the 23rd member of the Convention on Business Integrity.
This isn't just another signing of a memorandum of understanding between two companies. In Nigeria's fast-rising world of corporate governance, what sanitizes competition is fair play, and what distinguishes service is integrity, a value these two companies are obviously concerned with. And as the saying goes, can two walk together except they be agreed? Olumide Makoli, Channels Television News.
We apologize for the picture quality in that report. Let's move on to other stories in business news now. The Nigerian stock market closed flat today as market indicators showed almost no signs of gains. But in spite of this, investors favored bank stocks. Harriet Ibraim joins us now with the details.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. After 3 straight days of bearish trade, the Nigerian equities market closed flat as investors bought 273.13 million shares in 5,065 deals for 3.18 billion naira. Bank stocks were the most sought after, particularly Diamond Bank, Zenith Bank and FBN Holdings PLC. Well, market breadth closed positive as 30 stocks appreciated while 18 shed from their share price. With a 0.84% gain, that's about 2 naira added to its share price, Dangote Cement led UACN Okomo Oil, and other value gainers. On the flip side, however, Nigerian breweries, Owando and Zenith Bank were the top 3 losers. When trading ended for the day, the positive market breadth didn't affect key indicators as the all-share index and market capitalization closed almost flat at 40,733.50 and 13.07 trillion naira respectively. Well, those are today's trading figures. I'm Harriet Agbini.
Thank you, Harriet. That's business news this hour. The news at 10 continues in a moment.